Hello, this is Wheeler, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Last time, well, we dealt with a bunch of elves. We actually found a nice, Ishgardian house that isn't trying to ostracize us, but, everyone has problems, and, there's still that little bit about the guy who is being accused of working with dragons. But we were sent here about something about cereleum. So, Cinchgoat, we're supposed to lean on you. Welcome. What am I discerning? Oh, not here to buy? Might suggest you browse quietly. I am quite busy. Huh? Oh, right. I'm supposed to, doubt him. Much doubt. From Edwin and COERTHAS? Oh dear, my friend, may I call you that? Oh well then, Wheeler, there's a problem with the cereleum, and if you think Edwin is vexed, you have no idea how difficult this is for me. How difficult is it for you? Hold for customer support. Caught between a rock and a tight place, a middleman will always produce a pot of grease. Find out what Cinchgoat has in mind. What do you have in mind? Anger out the cereleum or being late, is he? Friend, pardon me, Wheeler, I understand his situation, I really do, and I would ship this stuff to him if I had any. The fact is, it's been a mighty struggle for many moons to procure processed cereleum from Amagina and Sons. Now they've entirely ceased doing business with most vendors. Well, it's hard life being the middleman, my dear lady. We pay for the sins of producers like Amagina, and what do we get from them in turn? Not so much as a how do you do. Edwin's quarrel is with them, not me. This, do you not know? The concern has exclusive right to mine cereleum in Northern Thanalan. They can do whatever they want. You can always try them directly. Go talk to Papa Wazoo at Camp Bluefog. I warn you, he's a smug little toad. Oh boy. I seem to recall not liking Northern Thanalan, and we haven't been there yet, so it'd be a little trip. But this guy, I mentioned an episode or two ago about having access to Cutter's Cry? Well, this is the guy who gives the quest. I believe. Time heals all wounds, so those who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers passed since I carried the standard of the Darklight Raiders into Cutter's Cry. Not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that fateful day. Gerbald the Red and his loyal second, Arborist Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and jest. Our ever ireful mage, Chiran Zabaran, as quick to cast as he was to temper. Yeah, no, it's not good to be quickly tempered. Theramar Thousandkill, never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on his sword or his coin. Let's not forget one Elm Ailson. Though it's hard to fathom now, with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in spring, there was once a time when bands of mercenaries were who the city-states turned to when in need of blade. The Darklight Raiders were being the biggest and best of them bands. Ishgardian funded forays into hellish pits like the Aurum Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. But so was the life of a raider. That is, until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I had stood against herds of giant buffalo on... hold on. I hate when you have that one sneeze that wants to hold. I'm sorry about that. Snowball infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagins from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep, but none of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hell's brood holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place, but only saw one return, Sibald the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to spoil the Chimera's lair. My apologies. You do not come You do not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man, but if you have them, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with the past before departing on his own journey through the 7 gates. In each of the 30 summers since escaping from the walls of that terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay proper respect to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Sibald, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it's not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead, and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Darklight Raiders? Is this the one that... Weird. Maybe it's not the one that unlocks it. I don't know, but we need to get to, Well, let's go to Cutter's Cry first. I don't exactly remember the path to Northern Thanalan at the moment. I know one way there, but we won't survive. And to the best of my knowledge, there are only 2 ways into the zone from walking. Okay, let's go to Black Brush, which is where our next journey shall begin. Will I unlock Cutter's Cry? Will I not unlock Cutter's Cry? I think this is the Cutter's Cry unlock quest, but I could be wrong. I mean, why else would it send us the Cutter's Cry? Granted, there's a couple of dungeons later on that happen out of nowhere that apparently weren't things before. Oh, I'm looking at you, Snowcloak. I'm also looking at the Keeper of the Lake. That one too. Now, you could go look at it before, and now you have to go into it. The Cutter's Cry is just up here. So, oh, Northern Thanalan is that way too, so I made a good choice. You're feeling that? Sorry about that. I know I don't have a cold, but, you know, sometimes the body does not want to agree. Ooh, now we finally get to actually hear the Sleipnir music. Is this the Odin boss fight music? Because, honestly, I haven't fought Odin. Well, I fought the Fate. I have done that before. But I have not done the, instance. I really should. Maybe I'll gather some friends and do that one day. But, as I found out, I am very far behind on gear. Okay, so Cutter's Cry. Surrounded by level 12 ant sentries. But we are going in here to the destination. Here, have some flowers. Random sand spot. Oh, now we talk to him. Yeah. This is Cutter's Cry, a labyrinth of sand-ridden caverns. And you hear that? That sound like a whooping snort when a fire catches? That's the Chimera. Not that I've seen it. Sure, go right on in. And if you're that certain of your ability to make it out in one piece, just don't expect me to go trotting in there after you, no matter how hard you wail and holler. Ah, you promised old Sybil the Stoic, did you? Hey, he's what's called a man of principle, he is. Well, too much principle, I'd say. What's wrong with wanting to live when you've a wife at home, big with child? Aye, the tales go that rather than facing the fate spun for him by Nimia, he hid beneath the mangled body of his leader and watched as his companions were torn apart, one by one, also that he might return home to see his son born. Should he have died a hero rather than lived a coward? Was being able to see his son worth having a boy grow knowing his father was a craven, a disgrace to his friends and family? Should I ever find myself faced with a similar decision? Would I have the courage to walk the righteous path? Now, you know the true reason I will never step into that cave. And Duty Finder has been updated. Cutter's Cry is now accessible. And Cutter's Cry is not a required dungeon in any manner. Unlike, say, Karn and Halatali, Cutter's Cry does not have a hard mode. It's not that hard of a dungeon, it's more annoying. Let's just say my first experience with it was while I was leveling White Mage, and, well, I wasn't ready for it. So, yeah. Anyways, since Northern Thanalan's right over here, I keep looking at that quest at the bonfire, and I'm like, is there really something there? But most of that's just crafting quests, except for the relic quest to do later there. The upgrade to Animus. But welcome to Northern Thanalan. We are directly into Camp Blue Fog. I believe the leaves through this area are 35 to 40, or they could be 40 to 45. I don't remember, but first things first, we need to get the aetherite. There are 2 aetherites in camp in Northern Thanalan. This is the first one. The second one is a bit further north, but we don't have to go there quite yet. Well met, traveler. My interest in a check report. Oh, blah. Say anything else? Yeah, I'm not high enough to do the leaves. I think it's probably 40 then. Not that I'm far from 40, to be truthful. Yeah. But that's good, because I really don't want to go out there. And watch this quest take me out there. Maybe I am getting a cold. And who are you? Adventure, no, I don't remember ordering any. And I would remember something like that, seeing as I'm the employee of the moon for the 9th time. Thank you. Shush now, I'm listening to the scruffy lady. Scruffy! An inquiry about the process cereleum shipment from Senko and UL'DAH? Interesting. You know, the funny thing is, every time I see the word Scruffy, I either think of the Futurama character, or a very old, apparently based on real-life cartoon about a dog named Scruffy. It was named Scruffy. I have vague memories of that. I did watch it all the time, though, not realizing it was based on a true story of sorts. When cereleum is thin on the ground, plots grow thick. None other than Papa Wazoo, the 9-time employee of the moon, wishes to consort with you. So, we may have a shared problem here, as unlikely as that sounds. We would love to ship cereleum, but there's far too little of it coming out of the plan. I suspect thievery. A little skimming off the top. Furthermore, I suspect the porters. I was just going to keep an eye. Wouldn't want trouble with the labor fraternities, you know. But you are welcome to doubt and question. And I use one problem to solve another. Brilliant. Wow. That guy sounds like me. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, workers are over here. Beyond this fence that I jumped. Bless me, Nobtho. Let there be no creature features today. Your name be praised. I don't get paid enough for this. Really? Well, you know what, sir? I doubt you. Stealing cereleum? 1, I'll punch you in the face for impugning my reputation. 2, you think I'd still be here with my arse out in the wind if I made off with that kind of loot? We're doing honest work out here with all manners and nasties that's the arms away. You doubt my words? Go check the cereleum in those barrels. Ain't nothing missing from what's in the books. Do I actually have the books? Did you know you have monsters in... Is that the Fate up there? It's 40 and I'm not going anywhere near it. I think you have left... I'm guessing goblins. Goblins! So that's where the cereleum has been going. Because, you know, they eat it. I'm on the wrong set. Sorry, I was tanking a dungeon before I came. Actually, I did UL'DAH, but... One day I think I'll probably do UL'DAH, like I'll just do a series on them. And probably also a series on the dungeons that I'm not doing as part of the story. So, and I've shown you the first UL'DAH, I've shown you most of the dungeons so far. Most of them are story related, but... I actually believe Cutter's Cry was in the original 1.0. And, well, it didn't get changed a bit from the original, as far as I understand. As I've heard, they didn't really want to make hard modes with the original 1.0 dungeons, which would include Orm Vale, Dismal Darkhold, Cutter's Cry, and I know there's a 4th dungeon. Oh, and the Tamtara. No, not Tamtara. The Thousand Malls of Totorak, and that's why they're so big. They're also open world, apparently. That sounds interesting. All of the goblins. Maybe that'll make this bit of stuffiness go away. Sorry, just took a quick cold pill. I don't normally get this stuffy, let alone sneeze that much. Oh, speaking of tanking, let's have Defiance on. I just wanted to use my 5 Wrath. Kill all of the goblins. And really, no quest really actually opened here, so it's like they're just sending you here as a preview, I guess. I don't know. But there is an epic dungeon in this zone. One which, surprisingly, I'm going to have to do a little bit of arranging when I go to do it. And it is a big story dungeon. I mean, cutscenes in the middle and everything. Sadly, when people do that particular roulette and get it, they just rush forward like, oh my god, we can get our poetics and soldiery, and fuck the new people who actually want to watch the story. Yeah, let's just say I had a bad experience, and then I always read on the forums that someone's complaining about either you should watch the cutscenes at your house, or you should just skip it because there's no need to, or whatever. Sir, how do you explain these goblins? Goblins? Drinking cereleum? No, I've seen everything. Well, I guess I don't need to get me a champion from the confraternity. That's a relief, but we'll have to make an extra trip to the planet to make up for what those cursed topers put down the hatch. I have no idea why I'm having trouble with the fraternities. I think it's the word con that's coming before it. Confraternities? I'm guessing that is a union. So, let's go back up here, tell him that goblins. Interesting. Goblins. No, I definitely didn't order any. We do sometimes, though, for business reason. Everybody does it. Shush, you can stop talking now. So, I'll have to hire guards for the whole area. An idea! Raise the price and call it special security surcharge. No, I don't, you know what? I'm maybe gonna try argue. It says, cereleum must flow. I've never watched Dune, so I can't even make a proper reference. If you would like to offer another commission and a chance to admire him if the mood strikes you, well, I'll give him commission. Anyway, the cereleum must flow. No more delays in shipping. Another brilliant coup by Papa Wazoo. Oh, is that a feather for my cap? Why, thank you very much. So, you can tell Cinco that his shipment will be there in just a few days. Unfortunately, there'll be a wee increase in price. Security surcharge, you know? Everybody does it. You. Well, nothing else to do here since we've gotten the Chocobo and the Aetherite, so... Well, let's go. I haven't set UL'DAH as one of my favorite destinations. I didn't even remember to do that. Yeah, and just after reduced rates 2 goes off. Probably why I didn't notice it earlier. I could go reactivate it, but I don't like activating company actions. Even though, you know, like I said, I'm allowed to, but it's just, you can't really, what's the word I'm looking for? Not going away from the Aetherite is one of them. I feel like I'd accidentally waste them on something. I know I've used a couple for crafting, and that was a thing, but where am I going? Alright, Weaver's Guild is closest. If it's not a guild, I don't know where it is. But we need to go this way. Actually, it probably would have been... It may have been faster to go to the Adventurers Guild and run from there, but... Maybe it's about halfway in the between, so it probably doesn't really matter even. But anyways... Hey Sybil, we did your thing. And you have nothing important to say. Welcome, welcome. What am I discerning? Oh, it's you. Wheeler. Dr. Papa, was it? Really? He said a matter of days. So, my dear lady, you're telling me they're shipping what's owed me, but charging more for it. Wish Amagina and all his sons the joy. I wish Amagina and all the sons the joy of my guild. I hope it gives them gout. That's not very nice. I've had gout before. It's not very pleasant. I do appreciate you sorting this out, and with that Puddock's Papa was, no less. Discerning middlemen such as myself will certainly remember you for future commissions. Oh, do you have a future commission for me? Tale of Three Cities. Middleman is the pepper of commerce, useless, alone, excellent in moderation, pernicious in access. Pernicious. Whichever one Cinco happens to be, he has a test that may interest you. Do you now? Thanks to you, I might be able to make my cereleum shipment COERTHAS. That's a little off my mind. Middleman has not but his name, you know. Heading back to Camp Dragonhead, I assume? Tell Edwin to start laying out his bets, for that's how soon he'll have his cereleum. He won't take my word for it, though, since Papa Wuzzy's made a liar of me by tearing while goblins drank my shipment. Take this, Edwin, as a token of my apology, and don't you sample any. What am I not? Cherry Brandywine. Alright, let's return to Camp Dragonhead. I remembered to use return this time. I'm excited! Of course that means, well, we should probably be in COERTHAS for the next episode and probably several after that. Because, well, you know how that huge chunk of questline in Costa del Sol and Wineport were? For some reason I want to say this might actually be longer. And not to get into the other stories. Wow, I keep getting slept near today. That's crazy. Back, are you? Took your time, too. Hope that means something good for my cereleum. This particular brandywine is an aged from cherry wood barrels, giving it a sweet aroma and a deep amber hue. Well, now, that is good news. And what's this? A gift from the tight-fisted Cinco, and a handsome one it is. I have to forgive the wretch, the fury smite me if I lie. Quite a tangled skein you unwound there, and well loose, too. Thank you for your trouble, and just you see, those ballista will save your hide someday. Okay. So, what is next on our list? Where are we going? Oh, we need to go back up to the Steel Vigil. So that we can... We'll probably hit 40 in this episode. Probably. If not, I'll be 40 by the next episode. And probably in between, we'll have a level 40 Warriors quest video. As you know, I've taken to doing those as shorts instead of making them a main focus. Because, you know what? It just feels more right to me. And I'll probably end up renaming Tyler McFluffbutt again. I had an idea in hand, but... Oh wait, I remember it now. Give me a reason to actually dye it. Who goes there? Wheeler? No, stay back. The Fiend is still here. The Fiend? Oh, hi! How did I not notice you? As I mean, it's like... Look how big he is. And, I mean... Apparently he was attacking Francel. Where did he come from? Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Grand Avis. Oh. Well, I know where he's going. He's going to die. Hey, stupid. Halo be praised you did it, but what of the others? The 3 knights who accompany me, where are they? Seriously? Are they all, as in, well, let me summon Tyler real quick. If we're going to be doing a little fighting. So the knights are all about unsettled night. I heard the beast cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, miss. Bless you. Yeah, like you didn't did anything important, you stupid, useless guard. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Highlander if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, miss. House Highlander will remember your kindness. See, this is how it should be. You do favors for people, and they like you. And, sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time it should. Okay, where's the third bastard of a knight? I know I went out of the red circle, but... Is he over here? No, he can't be over there. Is he over here? Behind a tree? Behind that wall? Peekaboo? Peekaboo? No? No? Third knight? Oh, there you are. Unnerved knight. Curse those fiends, it's as though they knew we were coming. Alright, so Lord Francel. Now I expected more fighting there, but, And, hey, fighting. I actually expected that to happen. Now, I don't know how a dragon could be downy. I mean, down is kind of all feathery and fluffy and, well, mostly feathery. And they're kind of made of leather. It's a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Yeah, now you're even more up shit creek. Moreover, it was House Highlander that yielded Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat has heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy. Despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. Even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Oh, that's a good attitude, at least. Okay, back to Harshafont. Seriously, if I'm mispronouncing dragon... Oh, look, it's the Savara fate. I probably should do that because there's an achievement involved, but I'm not. I'm not as much of an achievement whore on this game as I was in WoW. I was terrible then. So I got a Scepter of the Shifting Sands, so... I'm pretty sure it's probably still sitting on that character's inventory. My priest. What did you find at Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there's a complication. Of course there is. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness came understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor UL'DAH has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association, yours. Well, fuck. No, I actually think I actually have this already. I was going through my inventory or my armory to try to clear it out, and I actually have the HQ of that. So, I don't remember doing that. So, we'll take the coin on that one, and this one doesn't even have coin. Someone is conspiring against him. Yes, you don't say. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is destroying the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. The rosary was not his, and someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to the Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across COERTHAS, so he may have an inkling of who could be responsible. Skyfire Locks. People have interesting names sometimes. But that's another story. Hey, is that an NPC running up there? Where's that NPC running? No, it's a player. And our destination is over here. If there were a real-life situation, we would have 2 dead chocobos on our hand right about now. Just FYI. Hello, Lurkman. Someone tampering with shipments? Fury, strike me now. If all them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, Wes. I'm a House Highlander man through and through. It's a heresy nonsense bed for me and my family, too. I ain't saying the porters is what we're bringing the shipment did it, though. I know most of them what work the traders, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Before it what? Could it have been the fellows that were responsible for the inspections? Ha! Ishgari Knights and Inquisitors, a lot of them. If they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. You know? I think I'm starting to see something here. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from Whiteburn Front this morning. You might consider having a word with them. Okay, we will go have a word with them. You know, this music reminds me of a zone in Final Fantasy XIII. Maybe 13-2. Don't remember. I can say it wasn't Lightning Returns because I haven't played that one very much. But I think it may have been in 13-2, and I think it was whatever area had the snow in it. So, or it could have been 13, and the area that became the place that was snow was where the music was. Or I'm just crazy. That's an option too. Apathetic Porter. Beg your pardon, you suspect that we porters have been planning draconian rosaries and House Highlander shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Okay. And what does the plain-speaking porter say? No time to talk, we're on a tight schedule. Once we made our deliveries here, we're to deliver parcels to Skyfire Locks. Well, let's check the big one. You find a draconian rosary inside the parcel. You find a draconian rosary hidden inside the parcel. House Dismal parcel. Did I find another rosary in? Well, no, I guess there was no rosary in there. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. And, sir, I have something to tell you. But that's impossible. Once the knights at Whiteburn Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcel onto the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Harshman, I will not be held accountable for this. Okay, Lord Harshman, we have a problem. The porters are, sabotaging. Did something happen outside? Thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? He said have these rosaries. More draconian rosaries and every parcel bound for Skyfire Locks? That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must not acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Highland's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise alone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. Yes, act now, or your money back. What should I get? And we are now level 40. And that is also time for this episode. So, in the next episode, we will continue this quest line, but we'll have a little short video between for the Warrior Level 40 quest. So, I will see you in whichever episode you decide to watch. So, this has been Vealer. Hope you enjoyed and have fun.